Hey, what's up? Coach Kyle here, and today you're going to learn about two things that can instantly make you run faster or longer or make your running feel easier. And the nice thing about them is that they don't have to cost a lot of money. You don't have to buy new gear or new nutrition. You simply implement these tactics and you're good to go. And we're going to talk about self-talk and music. My goal with this video is to convince you that these two are valid tools worthy of your consideration and that you come away with this video with the knowledge on how to best implement them into your training and your racing. Because to do it best is not simply just talking to yourself or turning on some tunes. But the cool thing is that no matter how fast you are, no matter your goals or your running abilities, having some good music or some good self-talk habits will make you a better runner. As a coach, when it comes to working with my runners, I'm not just telling them what to run, but I'm helping them with the little things, helping them cross the T's, dot the J's, and part of this is how to best use self-talk and music to improve your running. So let's start with self-talk and then we'll get into running. And it's safe to assume you've probably, maybe unconsciously used self-talk while running, and there has been research like this meta and analytic review that brought studies together that did support and establish the effectiveness of self-talk in sport. It encouraged the use of self-talk as a strategy to facilitate learning and enhance performance. There are 3 steps on how to best use self-talk. Number 1, use positive wording. So instead of "don't slow down," say "I can do this." Number 2, talking about yourself in the second person is most effective. So "I can do this" becomes "you can do this." Number 3, research suggests that swear words can be more effective. They can actually increase your pain tolerance. So "you can do this" becomes "you can f***ing do this." And sometimes I very often say to my runners that the feeling of fatigue is fatigue. And anything you do to simply make yourself feel better is going to be a legitimate way to make yourself feel better. And along with that self-talk, music can be a great way to do this. The performance enhancement of music is fairly well established. One study found that time to exhaustion on a treadmill test was 19% longer when running with music versus without music. And the authors suggested that music provided ergogenic, psychological, and physiological benefits in a laboratory study, and its judicious use during triathlon training should be well considered. They also said that in functional terms, the motivational qualities of music may be less important than the prominence of its beat or tempo, and the degree to which participants are able to synchronize their movements with the beat or tempo of the song. And when it comes to synchronizing your movements with the tempo, one way to do that is to simply find songs that are at your race pace cadence, which for me is usually around 182-ish steps per minute. And there are other things I like to bring to my runners' attention when it comes to music. First off, I feel like it's more common for events to It used to be more common for events to ban headphones, but always checked. It's a good idea. Most races now seem to just strongly discourage the use of headphones for safety reasons. Number 2, and I do suspect that not overusing music is a good idea. So personally for myself, I save music for the last third of a long run or during tempo and track type runs only. Basically, I don't use my music when things are like easy. And number 3, how you listen is a factor as well. So for me personally, I come across so few people while out running that I just have my phone playing the music on my handheld, in my belt, or on my chest pocket on my vest. And if someone comes around, I just kind of click it and turn it down. But if I were running in a busier area with people or runners around, I'd certainly have to use an earbud in one ear or not listen to the music at all. And I think for bigger events with spectators or other runners around, I would probably not want to or need music. For Boston, there was not a single second that I wished I had my music. But for the race that I qualified at, there was less than 100 people entered at the marathon, and I ran pretty much half of it totally alone. So during the second half of that run, I absolutely used and benefited from having my music because I was just alone. And much of that course was in an area without mobile reception. So download the music instead of having to, hope or assume it's gonna work via streaming. So let's recap. With self-talk, feel free to curse if you're into that, and go with a second person phrase such as "you can do this" or "you got this." And with music, I think it's best to save it for those physically or mentally harder miles when you need some motivation than if things are just easy. So you don't really overuse the tunes. And if you want another thing you can do to straight away improve your running, check out this video right here.